Honorable Mathys.
Thank you, Chair. Mine is just to address the issue of gender-based violence, Advocate. And I think your response, or how you are saying what the MPA is doing in regards to gender-based violence, is a slap in the face for so many victims right now who have gone to court. And prosecutors have not even bothered. Child rapists have not even bothered to say that this one must be denied bail. And it happens more often than not. Even those centers, I don't know when last you visited them. I was at one at the Mohammed Gandhi Hospital in Phoenix the other day. It's hardly even operational. So, and mine is just more of a response that Advocate, don't leave here and like misrepresent. It's almost like a slap in the face of an ordinary South African who has been subjected to this criminal justice system to say that it's working and it's functioning. When it is working and when you are having successful prosecutions, it is an exception rather than the rule. So I'm just asking you to be sensitive to the cries of the ordinary South Africans today. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I want to emphasize that as prosecutors, we are lawyers for the people. We represent victims and we represent the people of this country. And I certainly am not, I didn't say the system is functioning. In fact, when Honorable Sangoni asked questions, Chair, I was very clear that there are lots of challenges in the system. And so we have to look at the systemic challenges. And the work that prosecutors, ordinary prosecutors, every day are doing in courts. Of course, there will be those cases when prosecutors don't do what's expected of them. But that must be reported. We have a sexual offences and community affairs unit where when we get, if I see a report in the media, for example, I immediately get onto it and I say, I want to report on this. DPP, can you look into this? If I see that there's been some case involving gender-based violence, it's in the media and we haven't acted quickly enough, I ask for a report, I send it through and I want to know why. But I ask the public, victims of crime, if you're unhappy with any service you're getting from prosecutors, please report it up in the provincial structures. The DPP is there. Please lay your complaints and you will be listened to and we will make sure that you get the service that you deserve. I accept it's not perfect. You mentioned the TCC in Durban. We have been working to the TCCs. We have been working recently together with the private sector to build more TCCs, to refurbish those that were getting into disrepute. And I agree with you. There are some of them that are not the way it should be because we haven't had funding. We haven't had finances and we've not been able to really keep them at the standards that we would like to. But working with the private sector, there's been a lot of work that's been done. For example, the one in Madadeni is we've just opened a new TCC because that one was in a terrible condition. So we're working slowly and as we get the funding, we will be able to, because it's not acceptable that we should have TCCs in that state. But we're working really hard to make sure that they are refurbished and that when complainants come to an area, it must be conducive to them being able to get all the services that they need.
MKP, your time starts now. It's 24 minutes past 3.
How many minutes are you adding, Chair? I noticed Honorable Sokanyilo of the ANC took about 4 minutes more. She started at 03, finished at 14.
The time is 30 plus 10. 30 for the full member and 10.
Yeah, she took more, Chair. Oh, you're a full member today? Oh, wow. But they said you have 7 minutes left and then you finish 14 later. No, it's fine, Chair.
I know that the MKP comes from the ANC. No. You can't stop him from being nostalgic about the ANC.
Calm down. When I'm stopping corruption, guys, you must calm down. It's ANC. Thank you, Chair. Sawubona, ma'am. How are you? Sobon. I have two issues that I came across on social media that I need to ask. Starting with the issue that we're talking about, gender-based violence. I came across an issue of a father in Johannesburg. His name is Asif Kasoji. There's an issue with a lawyer called Camilla Pauls, who works for Harold G. Attorneys here in Cape Town. Now, my question is, you see, there's this thing of fathers not paying support, and we lack such fathers. But this father pays his due accurately, but is deprived of an opportunity to see his children, spend time with them, see medical cards, medical reports, and all those things, and school reports. Now, and this is happening because there's a blockage from a lawyer, a certain lawyer whom I mentioned here, Camilla Pauls. Now, what I want to know is that, do you take lawyers who have been running their legal firms to be prosecutors? That's my question.
In terms of the NPA Act, we are able to acquire the services of private practitioners to assist the NPA.
Do you vet them?
I think there's some tax clearance requirements. There's confidentiality documents that are signed, but they are not vetted. Vetting takes, I think there's a basic level of vetting. I need to get details on that, but it's not the kind of vetting that happens in SSA.
Okay. So do you check with the LPC the historical background of such lawyers? For instance, it once reported that there is a lawyer, which is this one, in this newspaper. So do you check such historical background of such lawyers?
I will have to check what internal checks are done and come back to you on that. But there is, I think, a basic level of vetting. Whether they check with the LPC, it would certainly be a good thing to do that. And I'll just look into that.
You are widely perceived as a Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa's protector. I think you know about that one.
Not that I'm aware.
Why has it been that he has not been charged with the Phala Phala case?
If the chair will give me a moment, I just want to get my facts in terms of where this matter is currently. There's two matters in this matter. There's two matters in relating to the Phala Phala case. One is the possession of US dollars by the president, case opened by Mr. Arthur Fraser. And the other is, and this particular case is in a decision was taken by, no, there's no decision on the matter yet. This matter is with the DPP, I think it's Limpopo. The file is with the Specialized Commercial Crime Unit in the head office, and they are going to get a panel to sit on this matter to consider it, but there's no decision. So that is that matter. The other matter relates to theft of cash from the president's farm, which is in court.
Okay, tell me about this one. The section. Oh.
Can I check what is the point, Honorable Malam?
No, Chair. She can't say she's not aware of where the decision lies on the matter of Phala Phala, because there's a decision by DPP in Limpopo not to prosecute. And even the head of IDEC told us that the matter is with her because there were people who took that matter on review. And the question is, why is she unable to prosecute on that matter? Even when Limpopo declined, there was a review which was brought to attention. That's where that matter is. To say there's no decision on Phala Phala is incorrect.
What I want you to do is to hold that question and allow the honorable member to conclude his questioning. I will come back to yourself and Honorable Nomval. As I believe, honorable members, you are... you are going to distract the chain of thought of the honorable member. Just take note of your questions. You will be afforded that time. You see, my problem is if I deviate from the principle, and then we
Awungabavulela chess beso. But not on my time.
we will end up having unintended consequences. May you continue, Honorable Noval. I'm going to credit you for 4 more minutes.
I appreciate that, Chair. But kindly do me a favor, Chair. When my 10 minutes lapse, can you stop me so that I don't take his time? Thank you very much. Okay, on that note, ma'am, the Section 189 parliamentary panel, chaired by former Justice Sandile Ngobo, do you remember that one, right? Found a prima facie case evidence against President Ramaphosa. The former head of Hawks publicly stated that investigation report is already on your desk. So why have you not acted on that?
Chair, I want to understand for clarity, is the honourable member saying that someone from the Hawks said the matter was on the National Director's desk?
Yes.
That's incorrect. I've never received this matter.
You've never. Should we do a follow-up and find that the matter you did receive? Are you willing to come on record and say, I did and I didn't act on it?
I would have received reports from the DPP, but certainly not a complaint from the Hawks relating to this matter. I'm not dealing with a review process. They would have been reporting in terms of high-profile matters, but there's nothing on my desk for my consideration in this matter.
You spoke of ethical leadership. So, do you regard yourself as an ethical leader?
I do.
Why have you not acted on Palapal?
I beg your pardon?
Why have you not acted on Palapal?
Because there are processes to be followed in the legal process. The DPP takes a decision on the matter or not. And of course, anybody is entitled to ask that the National Director review this matter. That review process is not kicked in, but I'm trying to get clarity on whether Honourable Malema might be correct, whether the DPP in fact took a decision in this matter and whether there is a review process in the SCCU head office. But I want to get clarity on that. But for now, to be clear through you, Chair, the matter is not on my desk. I have never considered this matter or the merits of this matter.
So the ethical leader in you doesn't say do something about Palapala. Anyway.
There are processes at the moment that are happening. The matter is at the head office.
The ethical leader in you.
That's correct. There are processes and the matter is at the SCCU in the head office.
So the ethical leader in you only says that. It doesn't say do something about Palapala. It only says just know where the matter is.
That's not correct. If the DPP has done anything wrong in taking the decision, then of course I must intervene. And there are processes, the matter is with the SCCU head office at the moment.
Let's pass. Do you know Paul O'Sullivan?
I beg your pardon?
Do you know Mr. Paul O'Sullivan?
I've never met him, but he does send emails. I may have met him at I better hasten to add, if he was at some social event where I was there with him, I might have, but I can't recall.
Chair, I think I'll end here and donate my time to Honorable Nomvalo. Thank you. If I may.
Just hold it there. Thank you so much. The honorable members who want to make follow-ups, can I see your hands? Honorable Nomvalo, Honorable Skosana, Honorable Sangoni, Honorable Malem, Honorable Breitenbach. And I must remind you that there is no honorable member who is going to be allowed to make a follow-up on the question that he or she asked. Thank you. Can we proceed in that order?
Yeah, no, thanks, Chair. My follow-up relates to the first question of Honorable Shongwe about enrolling attorneys who have been running their private firms into your organization. You know, there are lawyers who have been struck off the roll by the LPC. Now, I think the question is, if they apply to your organization, do you accept them? But secondly, there are lawyers whose DC hearings are pending or DC outcomes are pending. Like this lawyer that he has mentioned, I think her name is Camilla Pals, practicing in Herald G attorneys, in relation to a matter of Asif Kasuchi. I think it was widely reported in the media that he has been deprived of his parental rights. Now, do you consider such lawyers who have pending cases and lawyers who have been struck off the roll?
I don't consider that they would be people that the NPA should be hiring. So my colleagues have informed me that they do a vetting process, which is normally whether they fulfill the requirements to run a business properly. I don't know what that means. I need to get clarity on that. But also reference checks. But I think we do need to add checking with the LPC if that is not the case, because I certainly agree with Honorable Nomvalo that we should not be hiring such lawyers to be working with prosecuting cases for us.
Honorable Skosan.
Thank you, Chair. Advocate, you said that if the DPP has taken a decision, whether that is that the decision, let me put it in a simple term, doesn't make sense to the people of South Africa. Remember, justice is not operating in a silo. If there's an outcry, as an NDPP, are you not allowed to intervene?
Of course, if there's an outcry and it appears that the DPP has in fact done something wrong, then the NDPP should intervene. But if the reports received by the National Director suggest that the DPP has not done anything wrong and has complied with all the policy requirements, the evidentiary standards, etc., then there's no need to intervene in that matter.
Chair, because I'm still going to have my time about the DPP we are talking about here. I thank you.
Honorable Sangon.
Chair, I didn't have a follow-up. I was just requesting to address you. Can we please ask the DA to ask the Minister of Public Works to get the aircon working? We are dying. It's been 2 weeks. Where is good governance, Chief? Please, Chair. Thank you so much.
Can I respond to that? So the Minister of Public Works has been the Minister for 3 minutes. And for 30 years, the ANC has been the Minister and they did nothing here. So don't come to me.
Honorable Breitenbach, let me tell you this to you, Honorable Breitenbach and Honorable Sangun. You know, Walter Sisulu, when he was asked what made him one of the best secretaries of the ANC, he answered by saying that the day he was elected, he took Walter home and brought a secretary to the ANC. The two of you, can you take the ANC and the DA home and bring public representatives here? Honorable Malim.
No, I wanted to check if Advocate have you confirmed, because it will be very worrisome that you come before this platform and you know one of the high profile cases you're dealing with is this matter of Phala Phala, and you come and say you don't know what's happening with it. I mean the NPA withdrew this matter. I mean refused to prosecute. And it was announced, and it was said that the matter is before you. I think that should be in 2024, or somewhere there, where the DPP of Limpopo said it's not prosecuting, And then there was an outcry, and the response was that the matter is being reviewed by the NDPP.
You, Chair, can I clarify? Yes, I've now got clarity on this. My notes were not clear. It is a review process. The matter is in the head office in the NPA. It's being dealt with by the Specialized Commercial Crimes Unit that processes the reviews, and that matter will be dealt with. Thank you, Chair, and I apologize for the lack of clarity on that.
You can apologize to Honorable Shongwe first, because that's a question I asked.
Thank you so much.
Apologies,
It's now-
Honourable Shongwe.